And a pleasant good evening. Welcome to the Broken Spoke Tap House. I'm Ernesto Garcia, and this is your Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast from the Broken Spoke Tap House. One more time for the season of the 2021-2022 sports season. And I'm talking with a gentleman who's still recovering from the national championship. That'd be our very own Max Bauer from the Amador Live. How you doing, Max?
I thought North Carolina had it. But,
you thought North Carolina had it? They
yeah.
came back from 16 points and won that game.
I thought somehow that it would just kind of fluke it.
Well, okay, let me give you one sports one to start off with. Max, for you here, do you think Tiger Woods plays tomorrow?
Yeah, I think he'll try and
Thursday.
Thursday.
I think if he just hits even, we call that a success.
I don't even know if he'll do 18, but knowing him, he wouldn't say he's going to do it and not do the 18.
I don't think he showed up to Augusta just to take photos and do all that stuff. I think he was set to go out there and go play.
Yeah, I just I hope he didn't hurt himself, but he's probably been working on it a lot harder than we realize.
I hope so too. I hope he's okay. Well, we're glad that you're joining us here. A lot of great things going on. It is the season finale, and it is my finale here at the Broken Spoke Tap House. I want to thank this gentleman right here for letting us build a brand that continues to grow, Amador Entertainment District. It has been a lot of fun. The entertainment and eatery and entertainment district. It's been great. Everything's been going. We survived COVID, man. We made it through all this stuff.
We made it through. A lot of logistical jujitsu, but we pulled it off.
Yeah, and you called me and bugged me all the time, and you still do so many things and stuff. And I tell you what, we've enjoyed doing this sports show because here we are. I'm all decked out in NMSU because it's my alma mater. I would deck out in the Mayfield stuff, but then I'd have to hear it from my son's coaches at Oregon Mountain, as you know them already. And it's great that they all now come here. And I like the fact that we have our high school coaches that come out here and enjoy coming out here.
Yeah. No, it's the concept I think is definitely taken hold. I like that. Not only we can do the big stuff with NMSU and the big high schools, but I like how you've gotten some of those other groups in here, whether it's kind of the rugby team type people and the other sports. We've done the swim team, we've done the tennis team, we've done you name it. And we did the football league too. That was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Did we ever do the roller derby?
They did. They were scheduled one time, but then COVID came and it knocked us out there. So we got Max Cam working here today. So, Max, you can tell everybody what you're drinking right there. Show them what you got right there right off the bat.
This is a Steel Bender Dynamite Raspberry Sour. It's really good. I'm not much of a sour guy, but I thought I'd give it a try. Got it.
Not too bad. Yeah. How is it?
Pretty good. It's sour.
Well, I tell you what, I really enjoyed it. Crispy. Okay. Yeah. How much is it right now? People want to get it.
This one I think is running $7.
There you go.
I think it's $7 for a 10 or a 12. I can't remember. I have to look.
Well, there you go.
But it's one of the ones you don't see very much. So.
Well, I tell you what, there's a lot to see out here, and I want people to know we want to thank everyone who makes this possible. We also have Amador Days, and we were just talking about this when I came in.
A month from today.
And you better get your tickets now or you're going to miss out, aren't you?
Yeah. No, it's really starting to I was, in fact, right before I came on, I was looking at the sheets on the ticket sales, and we're starting to pump the radio now real good because we're in the 30-day window, so it's selling fast.
So get it now.
Yeah, you got to get it. Yeah, I get it. It's a late walk-up market, but you better get them.
No, you better get it now. If you miss out, you miss out. That is not something you want to miss out. Now, next to Amador Days, you brought up the big announcement. Bone Thugs and Harmony coming here in October. Yeah. So we have, we have Amador Days, and then I guess the next one will be we have the Latin Kings of Comedy. Yep.
Father's Day weekend. Paul Rodriguez, Joey Medina, Alex Raimundo. They'll all be here. I think they're calling it the Three Kings of Comedy. I'm not
Three Kings. Okay,
sure,
yeah, gotcha.
We'll start PRing that, probably in another couple of weeks, and we'll have that set up on the main stage. There'll be a combination of just general admission, and we'll have table reservations. I figure we can probably fit about 800 for that one.
Wow, 800 for the King.
Yeah,
Latin Kings Comedy.
Yeah, it'll be. It's obviously more for Amador Days, but that setup is with the tables on the lawn. It'll take up a little bit of the space, and then we have Bone Thugs. We're still working on turning that early October into the Wild Chili Music Fest, but we're still trying to nail down some other stuff. We may have one other one that's pretty cool, but I can't quite say yet.
Okay, he was about ready to. You know what? It's the season
I almost let it
finale.
off the hook. You know?
I know you were going to say that. Now, you know what's one thing I do expect to see, and I really can't wait to see, is the ice rink in here. I told my daughter that ice rink is coming here to this place.
I already booked it for next year. Yeah, I had to make sure this time. It's because, as everybody knows, I mean, we had it, but they couldn't get it off the boat from.
Yeah, because of shortages and all this.
Yeah, they just couldn't. They couldn't guarantee it, and I was like, oh, I got to get it by this time. So, but they're ready this time.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Now, it's real simple. While we might be off, don't worry. You go to the Amador Days Facebook page. You can also go to the Amador Live Facebook fan page and keep up with everything there. You also get the ticket information, everything you need.
Yep. Yeah, just go straight to AmadorLive.com and see everything you need. Or you can go to the Facebook page. But you can buy tickets right through the Amador Live page. It takes you right to the ticket portal, and it's good to go, All
right.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for the glasses. I want to thank you for all the beers.
Yeah.
My fiance says you do a good job of making sure that I go under sometimes.
Yeah.
So as the last show comes up here, I'm going to give you the honors, sir. As Chef is bringing out something new that he's going to try. So we're going to try out some sandwiches for Coach Greg Heyer of New Mexico State. And so I'm going to let you pick the alcohol that I finish out here tonight.
Oh,
so
okay. Yeah.
What are you going to give me here? And then what are you going to give Mario? Since he was our first guest, he's also going to be one of our last guests too here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'll go see what I can find. I think they got some 88s going right now, but I'll go see if I can't find something good.
All right.
Maybe we'll do something all together.
I'll call you right back before we say goodbye here.
Okay.
So I can say thanks a lot.
All
Thanks a lot. Max from the Amador Live joining us here as we are getting started with our Mesilla Valley News Sports Podcast. I'm Ernesto Garcia. Glad to have you here at the Broken Spoke Tap House. Been told to make a move here, so we're going to bring head coach Greg Heyer in here. So, Coach Heyer, come on in. We'll get you set up here in just a second. He's the New Mexico State men's head basketball coach. Pleasure to meet you, Coach. How you doing? Good. Have a seat there. We'll get you started here in just a second. We'll look at that camera there, and you also have your own camera that's right there, too. But first, let's get to, hey, Gino, let's get to our Johnston's True Value Hardware question here today. So, the New Mexico State Aggie men's basketball team loves the state of New York. They won in Buffalo against UConn. Before that, they beat a team in the NCAA tournament. Where did they beat that team? If you know the answer to the question, comment on our Facebook there, and we'll bring you up there and get you going. We got a couple of people already. Oh, yeah, by the way, did you say ice skating? Yes, we did talk about there's going to be an ice skating rink that's going to be available there. And, Coach, congratulations. Look at Jason already hitting you up on Facebook here to say congratulations, Coach. So we're going to get comments like this throughout here. So if you had a question for Coach, question format only, please. We'll gladly bring it up to Greg Heyer, the new head coach, the 27th head coach of the New Mexico State Aggies. Coach, good to see you. Glad to have you along. How you loving Las Cruces?
Oh, it's been great so far. I'm blown away by the fan support.
Literally by the wind, too.
Well, I think this weather is beautiful. I keep telling everyone I'm on the phone with and the recruits and the current players, like, what a beautiful place. What great weather we have here. And they're saying this is a bad time. I'm like, boy, this is great. I love it here. But, I was in Kansas at Wichita State, so the wind blew all the time. But along with that wind came a tornado, and there ain't getting no tornadoes here.
Well, Coach, in your honor, Chef Mark is here right now joining us as well. We move pretty fast here. So, Chef, I'm going to let you take the wireless mic here, and you can talk to Coach about what you're bringing him, a new entree that's for you, Coach. And welcome to Las Cruces here. What do you got here?
Okay, well, I'm playing with it. That's going to go on the lunch. It's a braised ham in apple cider. Then after it's braised, I pull it. And then on top of that, you have a red pepper slaw. It's rice wine vinegar and a touch of sugar, red onion. And then on top of that, I have a micro arugula. I'm going to change it to regular arugula. It's easier to get a hold of now. And the bun is slathered with whole grain mustard.
Sound good to you?
That sounds delicious, Chef Mark.
Well, give it a shot.
It's for you, Coach. So go ahead and give it a shot. We'll let him go in here and welcome Las Cruces, Coach. We got your camera right there, too, so you get a good view of Coach checking this out here. Let's see. There he goes. Just for you, Coach. There you go.
Wow.
All right. Done. Verdict right off the bat. All right.
Wow. Amazing.
We'll have to maybe call that the Coach Hires sandwich now, too. I think that's what we're going to call that. Why not? We give it a name right now. It's new, right?
The GH special.
The GH special. There you go.
That sounds good.
I want
Perfect.
I want to thank you, Chef Mark, for all the
Thank
times
you.
this year, and we had a great season this run, and I'll be in touch with you. And of course, I look forward to talking. Like we've always had some great talks as things go. All right. Well, we'll get it, and I know you're gonna bring another one out, right? Too. Do I get one too as well?
Yeah, I'll bring you one.
All right, he's gonna bring me one.
I'll
So,
bring you. I'll bring you.
oh, he's bringing me something.
Hey,
I know
thank you,
that.
Chef Mark.
Thanks, Chef.
That's amazing.
Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us here. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll bring you the same thing.
That'll work. Yeah, I know. Got it. I'll take the GH. No problem. We're back with head coach Greg Heyer. Let's get right to it. Let's talk some men's college basketball. I want to talk about yesterday's game. Nobody got a chance to ask you about it yet, so I get to be one of the first. What did you think of the national championship game that you saw, and how about Kansas pulling out that comeback there?
Yeah, it was an amazing comeback. They obviously went into halftime and made some really good adjustments, and then just came out in the second half and really took charge in the second half. And congratulations to Bill Self, his staff, and his team on winning that national championship. And congratulations to Hubert Davis in his first year at North Carolina too, to get them to the national championship game. And the one thing that stood out to me about the Final Four was all year long you heard how the ACC wasn't very good. Well, they had two teams in the Final Four. They were pretty good.
One was an 8 seed too,
Exactly.
and that I had that feeling when North Carolina beat Duke at Cameron in the final game. I'm like, when this game come along, I'm like, do you have a team's number? Do you believe in that type of stuff? That those teams have those type of things where they get one win like that, it brings them confidence heading into such a big game like that one.
No doubt. I witnessed that this year at my junior college. We beat Chipola, which I used to be the coach at Chipola many years ago, and we beat them the first game by 30, and then the next three games they beat us and they had our number, and they did, and then they lost in the Final Four to Salt Lake, and I just had this little grin on my face when the clock went to zero, because I'm like, we win this game, I would way rather play Salt Lake than Chipola. So I know the feeling. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what a game Saturday. Let's talk about Saturday's game. You had those final 4 minutes. I think was probably one of the best 4 minutes I've seen in college basketball. Everyone making adjustments. You have Coach K and Coach Hubert trying to get this going in, and it just kept going back and forth.
Players making plays. There was tremendous players on the floor, great coaches. They put them in great position to be successful, and they just kept making play after play after play after play. And, that's a great type of basketball and a great product for the NCAA to have on the floor and to watch as fans. I mean, you want to see the players making plays, and offense sells tickets and gets eyes on the TV. That's for sure.
Well, I tell you what, let's go back to yesterday's game. This is college basketball has changed so much that I feel like it's starting to become the NBA. No lead is safe. Nothing can not be adjusted at halftime. Do you feel like Coach Self went in there and told the guys, hey, stop shooting 24 feet two-pointers. Stop finding a play. Use the whole court and make that your advantage. You feel that they made that adjustment in the second half?
Definitely. I thought they just started playing their brand of basketball. They got their brand of basketball onto the court. And, as a coach, you always want to get practice and get your brand or your style of play onto the court. I thought they were a little off in the first half, but it would have been different in the first half if they were playing their brand of basketball, and they would have been on and still been down, but they weren't playing their brand of basketball, and they just, got back to who they are and what they do. And, he made a couple adjustments too on who he had on the court in the second half versus who he had on the court in the first half, which that's coaching. I mean, that's the you want to play chess, not checkers. And, your team inside and out and better than your opposing coach. So, sometimes it's just as simple as a little strategic move, or sometimes it's a substitution. But you want to keep continuing to play your brand of basketball, which you practice all year long.
Well, I tell you what, it was a great win for Kansas, and it showed a lot of coaches some things to look at. Now, here you go, first year New Mexico State Division I basketball. Let's get to know you a little bit better. Mario talks to you. What sold you to come to New Mexico State?
Wow. What sold me? Well, one, knowing Mario. I'm getting to know him the last 5 years while Coach Jans was here. And Coach Jans being here, so I watched all the games and saw the fan support, saw the talent that they had, saw the community support. That was a big deal to me. And, Chris and I are real good friends, and we would talk all the time, and he would always say positive things, and his wife would say positive things to my wife. So it was really a no-brainer. And anytime you can work for a chancellor or an AD like we got here, it makes it a bonus.
I want to tell you what. So you come here, you have a discussion with him, then you hear that Jans is leaving. Did Jans tell you, hey, something's coming up? You better be ready for a phone call from Mario? Did he let you know that?
No, he did not let me know that. And I understand. His assistant coach James Miller was up for the job as well. So it was kept pretty tight lip from A to Z from everybody's perspective, and I understand that. And he should have been supporting his assistant coach first because of all the work that he put in while he was here and everything he did to help him get to Mississippi State. So I totally understand, and I was super happy for him to get Mississippi State. And, I'm just super, super happy to be the next head coach here at New Mexico State and just start moving forward of putting my staff and putting my roster together. So,
well, speaking of staff, today it was announced Dominic Taylor will be staying on with the staff. So how was that conversation with him? How did you convince him to stay here at New Mexico State?
Well, I just told him you got a seat at the poker table, and seats at the poker table are hard. When you're in the World Series of Poker, it's hard to get a seat at the poker table, and being on the road is to me like a seat at the poker table. It's hard to get to Division I. It's even harder to get a road assistant. It's even harder to become a head coach. And you've been a road assistant. You're going to continue to be a road assistant for me. So, and you got to trust me. We're gonna continue to win here. We're gonna continue to build a program. I'm gonna help build your brand and help you become a head coach at the Division I level. And I just want you to be all in. If you're all in, I want to make this official, and I want to make you my first assistant coach as a Division I head coach. And Dominic and I, we go way back. We've known each other for years, and we spent a lot of time together. He's got an unbelievable personality, and just the relationships he builds with people, with the players, previous players, recruits is impeccable. And so I'm super happy to have him. I couldn't ask for a better first hire as a head coach.
Let's go back to coaching here and the business of college basketball. And I'm calling it a business because here you're looking at what Kansas took to win the national championship. Probably should have got it in 2020. Didn't have the recipe there, had everything that they needed, but just didn't have everything that comes apart. Then you get this thing called the transfer portal that's been changing this college basketball game so much that it used to be, hey, you just need a good coach like Coach K and you could go pretty far. Now we're into the realm of not only do you need the good coach, you also need somebody who understands this transfer portal. It's making so much of a difference because we're going to see how many players enter after this season and then go around. It just seems like crazy. And that's when a lot of people were like looking at our players going like, what, who's Serge Jabari Rice is thinking about transfer portal? What's going on? Explain that a little bit so people understand the business of college basketball and how this works.
Well, the business of college basketball has changed. It's a lot like the NBA. I mean, relationships are obviously.
Thank you, Chef Mark. Look at that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that looks.
That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really good. So
check that out.
Yes, and relationships are super important. Obviously, they always have been, but they're even more important now. The transfer portal is it can help you and it can hurt you. You got to do your homework, you got to do your research, and in today's world, if players aren't successful or they don't like something, they're just going to transfer. Well, there's a lot of guys in the transfer portal too that end up not getting to school. So it's such a dynamic, but it can be really, really helpful. I mean, really, really helpful. And it's great, for the kids. They can go into the portal one time and they can go wherever they want. And so if they don't like the situation that they're in or they don't like the role that they're in, they can go out and search and watch film and find that role that best fits them. And I don't think there's any science or any right or wrong or rhyme or wrong reason to the transfer portal. I think it's just another mean to put together your roster. And that's it has changed college basketball, like you said, and it's going to continue to change college basketball. And, I think you got to be smart about the type of transfers that you get out of the portal too.
But what you're saying is don't try to go too analytical on it. Don't overthink it, because a lot of coaches might be overthinking. Do you see that happening a lot in college basketball where people overthink stuff like this?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, to me, it's more about what we're looking for than whether they're a transfer portal, a junior college kid, a high school or a prep school kid. There's several high school kids I'm recruiting. I mean, when you're 6'5", 210 pounds, and you can handle the ball, you can make a shot, and you're athletic. To me, it don't matter if you're in the transfer portal, if you're in high school, or where you are. It's the metrics. It's the transfer portal. Yes, you can get some experience in there, but you can also get some experience from the junior college ranks, and you can also get some young guys that maybe are under recruited or overlooked because people are strictly recruiting the transfer portal. So I don't really look at it as a game changer. I look at it as we have to find the right guys that fit the way we're going to play, and that is an up-tempo, athletic, playmaking style of play, and I like size at every position.
Gotcha. I want to talk a little bit about recruiting high school wise. There's a lot of people here in Las Cruces that are wondering, is New Mexico State interested in one of our Gatorade Player of the Years in high school, Deuce Benjamin, who plays over at Cruces High School? Have you heard anything about him? Have you looked at him? Did Coach Jans or anybody mention to you about what could look in the future for him?
Yeah, I've heard about him, and I look forward to reaching out to his father here real soon and having a conversation with him. I was able to get his Mario gave me his cell phone number, and so I'm looking.
We all have Coach's cell phone number, by the way, in case you know. Coach Benjamin there, big Lakers fan, not happy right now with LeBron. So he's having one of those type of years.
Well,
right
and
now.
his what's great about his father, a Hall of Famer, an all-time great. I look forward to spending time with him and getting to know him. So I'm going to reach out to him and just talk to him a little bit about what a potential plan would be.
Well, I tell you what, we got a nice 575 bar and an Amador over here. I'm sure Max will set that meeting up for you. If you want to meet with Coach Benjamin, we'll set it up here, and you guys can have a discussion here and stuff. So, is that all right?
That sounds good to me.
Max, can you set that up if I set Coach Benjamin and Coach Heyer to talk to each other so they can talk? Easy. There you go. We'll make that work for you. Okay, Coach? You see?
Hey, this seems like a great place. I've only been in here for 15 minutes, but
and look at you already got your own. We already called the sandwich after you, the GH.
The GH, unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I tell you what, we are looking forward to this. Let's talk a little bit more. Hey, Mr. Nervice, good to see you. A good friend of ours here from Samsung Communication, which, by the way, can handle all your communication needs that you need for any cameras or anything else such that you need, VoIP as well. Need to talk more about other recruits that you're looking at. Who's a possibility coming in? You come from a junior college. How many players are coming over from the college that you won a championship with?
I can't really comment on that right now. Obviously, with the rules and signing day is next week, but I'm really excited where recruiting is going. I got a board that's it's got some good names and some good players on that board, and the fans here are going to really enjoy the young men that we bring in here. But I'm just really excited about it, and just selling my vision and selling my plan and our vision to the future of Aggie basketball. But I can guarantee you there's going to be some real players that we're going to bring in here that are going to have a chance to play at the next level after they play here for us.
I'll tell you what, this is a conference where things have changed so much. You have the transfer portal that's going to affect Utah Valley. Might affect a little bit of Grand Canyon, might actually help them out. A lot of people think they'll be set up for next year. What do you envision seeing the WAC as you look ahead, and what do you expect are going to be some of the things, and who are the early teams you have to worry about as you look ahead to next year?
Well, I think the WAC is a tremendous league, and obviously the Aggies have been right at the top of the league every single year, and
seems like we have a big target on our back.
Yeah, and it's one thing to get to the top; it's another thing to stay at the top, and we've been able to stay on the top, and even with that target on our back, and that target's only going to get bigger, and the league's just going to keep getting better. Everyone says, "Oh, so and so's losing this player, so and so's losing that player," but so and so also has scholarships to replace that player with another player, and we got a lot of great coaches in this league. And I expect the league to be really high level. And I'm just really excited for the competition that everybody brings in. I'll look more into each and every team as we get closer to the fall, when everybody has their roster put together from the transfer portal, the junior college, the high school, and then we'll start doing our scouting reports as all these rosters get fully assembled, and then I'll have a better feel when we talk in the early fall of who I think is going to be a power play in the league.
Well, I tell you what, another thing is this: you come in 1 year, transition right from the WAC. Now you're going to Conference USA, so you at least get to see UTEP a couple of times, and you see your good friend Jeff Golding down here as well. Now you got to get ready for that part, and now start scouting them as well too.
Yeah, we get to go to the meetings in Destin in May. Mario and I get to go down there, so we'll get familiar with the coaches down there, even though we're a year away. But really looking forward to that. And I was in Conference USA at Southern Miss, and so I understand the league. I understand the dynamics of the league, and just really excited to really excited just for my first opportunity this year in the WAC, but also really excited for the university, for this community, to move forward to Conference USA, and for Coach Kilt and the football team as well to move into that league. And that's just going to help expand the university and help just grow this community, and that's what this is all about.
We love Coach Kill. I had a great talk with him. I was very impressed that he's one of the first persons you go to shows right there before the press conference there. What did he tell you? What did he say? Anything?
We just talked. He's from the Kansas area, so he asked me if I knew some of his old buddies, and yes, I knew him really well. They were actually supporters of our program at Wichita State, strong supporters, and I was very impressed too. I said the same thing. I remember talking to my mom. I said, "Mom, the football coach was the first person to shake my hand after the press conference. That meant the world to me." And he just told me what a big basketball supporter he is, and I love football. Like, I can't wait to be on the sideline supporting his team. And I've grown up loving the pigskin, and I'm just really excited to support his team and come by practice. I was over there in the I guess it's the administration building over there. I'm not familiar with the names quite yet.
Don't worry, nobody is.
But they were practicing out there, and I was watching through the window through Mario's office. What a beautiful view!
This is at the Fulton Center, yes.
Yeah, the Fulton Center, and watching through Mario's view, like what a view our AD has out his window. But they were working hard. They were going hard. He was full of energy, and it was like, man, let's go. My
guess is that both of you two are going to be swapping season tickets, where he'll be at every one of your games that he can make it to, and you'll be at every one of his that you can make it to.
That's for sure. I mean, you can count me in on that.
Plus, you also have a new person down as well for the women's basketball coach. You got a chance to meet her as well. Tell us what you think about her.
Jody is she's tremendous. She was at Wichita State. When I was at Wichita State, she's a born winner. Some people were just born to win, and she's born to win. She did it as a player, winning the national championship. She's done it as a coach, and I just love how she helps young women become the best version of themselves on and off the court. And when you get to meet her, what a wonderful person she is. And you can listen to her. She's got that Tennessee twang to her too, so you can listen to her talk all night long. She can keep you engaged all night. So I'm just really proud for Jody, and the women's basketball program is going to be off to a great start.
How excited are you to see the new seating that's being made? Oh, thank you. What do we got there, Max? What did you put in there? Hold on, Max has got
Firestone. This is the Firestone Hypnosis.
Oh my goodness! I knew I was going to have to go through this, Coach. Sorry. Last show, they're going to get me here.
You got to love having a good beer.
It's actually really good. I can drink that. There you go. Love it. I'm worried about these guys. It looks like they're going to have
They're really taking care of you today.
Well, they're taking care of you because you're here, Coach. Trust me. They're taking care of me because it's my final show, so they're enjoying having fun with that. So.
Cool. Well, a shout out to my parents back home. They run a restaurant. My dad's the bartender. My mom's the cook. My little brother's
What's the name of the restaurant?
It's called the Morocco Supper Club. So, I understand good food and having a cold beer here and there.
There you go. Well, like I said, I think you're going to find this place very much taking care of you. You like the new seating, how they're going to put that in with the new suites and everything? You think that's going to help out and give them a little more excitement to fans?
Definitely. I mean, it's going to be just where they position those suites is a perfect position in that arena to just it's the angle, and it's just going to be add another whole dimension to the arena, and the fans here are just unbelievable. They come out in full, they support, and now to add suites to the arena is only going to bring more value to the arena and more excitement to the arena, and more motivating for our team to play the right way and come in and win.
575 640-1420, I believe, is the number for tickets, season tickets. You want to get them as soon as you can. I'm going to have a little rapid fire with you, Coach. Have a little fun to get to know you a little bit better for some of the questions that weren't asked at the press conference. All right.
Okay, let's go.
All right, let's go. First of all, favorite type of music. What do you like listening to?
Ooh, I like to listen to Drake.
Drake.
I like to listen to Morgan Wallen.
Oh, hey, he's a country fan. There you go.
Yeah, I like to listen to NBA YoungBoy.
There you go.
I like to listen to Luke Bryan. We were fortunate to go to his concert. And kind of my sleeper is Wiz Khalifa. I always like Wiz Khalifa.
So you can go the hip hop and the country thing, right?
Yeah, kind of going back and forth. And you can put in the 70s or the 80s too, and I can listen to that. So I'm pretty versatile. I'd say my music quality is kind of like our team. Versatile.
There you go. Good answer. Second question for you. Coach Jans love being on those videos afterwards, celebrating with his team and getting doused with things. Will you over celebrate more than Coach Jans, or be right at his level right there?
Well, they dosed me with water after we won the conference championship. And then when we won the national championship, they were waiting to dose me with water. And I told my staff, please go in there and tell them I do not want to be dumped. I don't want water dumped on me no more. It was a miserable feeling. So, I think, Jan's like that. I don't really like that, but I will celebrate. I will try to dance. I'm not a good dancer, but when you get a big win, you think you can dance.
Don't hurt yourself on that. There's coaches that have actually gotten hurt. Who wins the NBA championship this year?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm going to go with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Think Giannis wins the scoring title as well?
It's going to be close. I would say, I don't know. But Giannis to me is, he's the best two-way player in the game. And you got to beat the champ. So I'm going to go with the champ.
All righty. I think he's answered enough rapid fire questions. We'll leave him there, Coach. I wish you the best of luck this season. I'll get my season tickets. Can't wait to see you from the stands cheering for you this year. It should be a lot of fun. People want to know more about the program or to reach you. You have a Twitter. Where can they find you? How can they keep up with you?
Yeah, I got a Twitter account. Boy, I wish I knew the handle. I don't.
You know what? I have my phone working as your extra camera right now. So
yeah, they can DM me or they can hit me up on Facebook. They can message me on Facebook, or they can just reach out to me, 316-644-9186, and just send me a text, call me. I try my best to return every message I can, and just Aggie fans, go get your tickets and come out and support our team. It's going to be a fun brand and style of basketball. You're going to really enjoy it, and there's going to be a lot of talent on that court.
27th head coach at New Mexico State University. Can't wait to see you in that crimson jacket, Coach.
Yeah.
Look forward.
Hey, I got lucky before the press conference. I went to Dillard's here,
and they had it.
They had one in my size.
Woo!
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be. You always win, Coach. I look forward to seeing you. I'm going to let you go enjoy your burger there. We're going to bring Mario Mocha on next. So we'll bring on our athletics director here. He was our first guest on the show years ago when we started this, and he is our last guest that we'll get a chance to talk with here. So we're bringing him on right now. There we go. Mario Mocha joining us from New Mexico State University. Sam, good to see you. Sam's on the communication right there. Hey, folks, by the way, go support Centennial High football and baseball as well, because I want to make sure he gets it there, and also get your camera needs that you need done.
What about Centennial softball and volleyball? Because I think that's where my daughter's going, and she's going to want to play next year.
Well, I'm not going to
promote that yet, or
that's up to you. But I'm telling you, this has now been an all-school one. I can't even wear any other school jersey.
I don't either.
If I wear Oregon Mountain, because that's where my son goes, I get yelled at by the Mayfield folks.
Yeah.
Then I get yelled at by Louis Labarine, the women's basketball coach. Why don't you have your Centennial stuff on? But you haven't given me my Centennial stuff yet. That's what I have to say. So anyway, but no, it should be fun. Mario Mocha joining us. Great to see you. Glad to have you on here, and thanks for making us one of our first guest to last guest. Let's talk about some of the calendar events coming up for New Mexico State University. First things first, new women's basketball coach announced.
Yeah, we just hired Greg Heyer after coming off a national championship, and we knew that we had made a decision that we would be moving in a different direction with our women's basketball coach, and we hired Jody Adams Birch. Jody Adams is somebody I've known for 16 years. She's got a pretty unique background in so much that she was the starting point guard for the legendary Pat Summitt at University of Tennessee, won a national championship as a sophomore, 3 SEC championships. And then I made a joke at the press conference after I read all her accolades. I said she kind of reminds me of DJ Khaled because all she does is win. I mean, she had been at 3 Power 5 schools, Wake Forest, Auburn, and Minnesota, went to 2 NCAAs and Elite 8. Then I hooked up with her at Southern Illinois University. She was the associate head coach. We'd won a Missouri Valley Conference championship. She got the head job at Murray State, won a championship, and then bounced immediately to Wichita State, where she had 4 20-win seasons, 3 Missouri Valley Conference tournament, regular season and tournament championships, 3 NCAA appearances, 6 straight postseason appearances. She went back to Southern Illinois, and they win another Missouri Valley Conference championship. The last time they had won was when Jody was on the staff. So to me, if we can get somebody of her caliber and pedigree, somebody who's won 185 Division I women's basketball games, that's pretty good for New Mexico State for sure.
We got baseball and softball going on. Baseball in action tonight, trying to erase that last game that they had with the Lobos. Hopefully no run rule tonight. That's going on right now. And then you've got softball as well. They had to cancel their game. Going to reschedule that one against UTEP. What else do we have coming up? Is we got a big weekend ahead of baseball and softball.
Yeah, I tell you what, a lot of other issues and a lot of other events. This Thursday, we're actually going to have, we're going to sponsor a luncheon, and we're going to talk about name, image, and likeness. So we've got a lot name, image, and likeness.
Name, image, and likeness. Okay.
So I think a lot of people have heard this. What used to be the most illegal thing in the NCAA is giving players cash is now totally legal. So whereas Max, right, as the head honcho here,
is he going to hold on? He's going to bring up the microphone here. Hold on.
If Max was going to say, "Hey, I want to give Jabari Rice $5 or $10,000," we could say, "Hey, can't do that." And now Max can say, "Hey, I want to hire Jabari Rice to do a couple of social media posts or come down to the Broken Spoke and do an autograph signing." And for that, he can give him $5,000, $10,000, whatever. So it's a new, different world.
That's more money than I'm making from Max right now. You know that, right?
I understand. Jabari scored more baskets than you did. But that is the deal. That's the changing world. I mean, the Texases, the A&Ms.
That's right.
They're NIL collectives, right?
Yes.
So they have a group. It's an LLC. It's a separate company who will now give cash and money directly to student athletes. Now, we know that men's basketball and football will get the lion's share, but people can give to any student athlete in any of our sports. So we're going to have a little education session on Thursday from noon to 2. Coach Heyer and Coach Kill will be there. I'm inviting the rest of our head coaches as well. We've got that. We've got the Aggie Open coming up. That's our big golf tournament at Picacho Hills. We've got a morning flight at 8 a.m., an afternoon flight at 1 p.m. Let me see. That's April 22nd. It's on a Friday this time instead of a Thursday. Okay. So that's a little different. But that's always exciting. We got great gifts from Brian Cox and from Yeti. A lot of Aggie stuff, great meals for both flights. So we're happy about that. And then we're working on our caravans. The Aggie caravans, now that the pandemic is a little
worn, it's under control.
Winding down.
Hopefully.
We've got 2 weeks in May. And I think we haven't set this in stone yet, but I think we're going to try to do a luncheon in Farmington and an evening event in Gallup. The next day, maybe do a luncheon in Santa Fe and an evening event in Albuquerque, come back, and then the next day or the next week, we're going to try to do maybe a luncheon in Roswell and maybe an evening event in Artesia kind of area. So one of those places in southeast New Mexico. So a lot of stuff going on. And in between, I forgot the football spring game.
Don't forget the football spring
Thursday,
game,
April 16th. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm going to say it, I guess. Modelo has got a big sponsorship out there. Am I allowed to say that? Okay.
So yeah, no, we're on streaming, so we're okay.
No, well, I just meant from a sponsor
Oh,
standpoint.
I don't mind.
Gonna-
At this point, we're drinking it anyway. So.
They're going to have a big deal. So, with Coach Kill, we're going to make the spring game a much bigger event. And so let's just say the month of April and May are going to be very, very, very busy.
All right. Mario, simple to reach you. People want to get a hold of you. How can they do so?
Well, they can. The easiest thing is send me an email. My last name, MOCCIA @nmsu.edu. If you didn't write that down, you can just go on our website, and that's where my email address is, and you can send me a note and do anything else.
All right. I'm going to leave with a couple of things, a couple of fun things. You told me to watch the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO. I saw it. It was really good. And now I'm convinced that he's going to go out and play this weekend and at least try to break even.
That's right.
Do you think he gets even?
Right. Oh, no doubt. He's not going to.
He didn't go there just to get photos.
Just to 100%.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but I think he knows if he's ready or not to make a run at it. Right. That's just my 2 cents.
Winning Time, the new series from. Look, he just wants to get on there all the time. You want your camera, Max? There you go. All right, there you go. See, there you are. All right. HBO Winning Time. Have you seen that one yet with the Lakers? And Dr.
You know what?
Terry Buss?
I missed the first episode. I saw the second and the third.
Okay.
And I think what is it, like fourth or fifth?
Yeah, fourth now, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so I was a little busy, Ernesto.
Yeah.
I know.
Busy you're hiring coaches. Yeah, I got to fill that up.
So, yeah.
You had the time to watch the Tiger Woods one, so I'm like, I'm going to tell you, are you watching Winning Time at least?
That's true. I will make it a point to try to go back and watch number one to see what I missed.
You'll like it. I think you'll love the fact that how it was back in the 70s when we used to try to get people to go to games.
Yeah, exactly.
You remember how it was before Laker games had Magic Johnson on there?
We play Grand Canyon a lot, and through that, I get to talk to Jerry Colangelo, the owner of the Suns. He bought the team in the 60s, and I always go up and tell him that I have the 40-year-old giveaway. I have a Phoenix Suns Gillette shaving kit made out of plastic, and it still works. Yeah. But I got that thing in like 1976. So yes, I remember all the kind of cheesier promos that they did back then.
Gotcha. So he's still eating my chips over there. That's fine. He can do that all the time. I want to thank you for letting me talk to Mexico State Sports. It's my alma mater. I always appreciate that. I'll be in touch with you. I get to enjoy the games as a fan now, so that'll be something.
That's
fun.
probably a little less stressful and
very stressful because
I
don't have to go having to kill myself. I can go enjoy it. So I look forward to getting my season tickets for football because I know Coach Kill has put a lot of stock into his stockholders. They're having a lot of fun. I look forward to Coach Hire, and I think we're going to have a good. And then maybe one day I can sit up in the suites so I can go.
That's exactly right. So can I do a little nostalgia?
Sure. Go ahead.
We were over there, but correct me if I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Maybe other than Max, I was the first guest.
You were the first guest
on our thing. So the Alpha and the Omega, we're going to start it and we're going to end it. But, from Aggie Nation, which includes our 400 student athletes, our 16 sports, all of our coaches and administrators. I just want to say a big thank you to you, Ernesto, for your selfless and consistent coverage of Aggie athletics. And I get it that football and men's basketball gets the lion's share of the interest from the fans, but you have consistently always asked about, always promoted, our enterprise here. And we are not in a major market with 3 TV stations and all the radios like Albuquerque and El Paso or Tucson. So I certainly appreciate your willingness to carve out a niche about Aggie athletics, and it doesn't happen without you. So
thank you.
From all of our student athletes, our coaches, let me say thanks, and I appreciate it, my man.
Salud, my man. Thank you. Get your tickets, 646-1420. That's the number. I couldn't even remember at the top of my head, 646-1420. Answer to the Johnston's True Value Hardware question. It was Syracuse, New York, where New Mexico State had won their first game prior to that. All right, Max, this is the final part here, so we're all here. So you gave me what again am I drinking here? Because
that one is that's a Firestone Hopnosis right there.
I have a feeling we should all sing like the theme song from Archie Bunker, All in the Family or something like that.
Or let's just see if he can put this.
I know. Geez, yeah, this is valiant.
There we go. I'm going to have one there.
So. A valiant effort.
Valiant effort. I'm too old. Yes.
Well, it'll be you're going to be missed, but you're always welcome here.
Thank you.
So-
This is my home. It's always home. Aggie fan all the way, true and true. Always believe Crimson. That's what I say. To our high school teams, that's good. I think we'll set up that meeting with Coach Heyer and Mr. Benjamin. We can have it here. Max, you'll set that up at the 575.
No problem.
No problem. Yeah, he wants to set that up.
Nice.
All right. We're going to enjoy the GH sandwich. There it's stuff. Thanks to Chef Mark. Thanks to everybody else. And thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next season with the Mississippi Valley News Sports Podcast from here at the Broken Spoke Tap House. I'm Ernesto Garcia. Have yourselves a great one.